Hey, what's going on there, folks? Welcome to PK's Friends back-to-back episodes. I will be working on guests for next week. I'm going to contact some people and ask. Hopefully, we have it. If not, I know I got some. Once June hits, guys, we are going to have some amazing people there. And my guest is on here. I'm going to add him on here. I am adding Mr. Sean Azimi from There he is. Bring him on camera. I said, all right, we're bringing you. It's being brought. Sean, I think I'm here. Oh, you're a comedian, aren't you there, little guy? It says adding. It says adding. So eventually Sean's phone and my phone, Facebook will connect. There we go. Hey there, little guy. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? Yeah.
You're kind of breaking up there.
Can you hear me?
Barely. I'm gonna put my earpods in. Maybe that will help it.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Nice. So I had to rotate my phone.
Yep, that's right. This is like I said. Like if you have iPhone, you want to go side by side there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Hello, hi, P Money. What's up?
Hi.
Can I go live on my profile with this?
You can share it there.
Okay, so how can I do that?
Manoush, welcome to the live.
What? You can see who joined?
Yeah, I can see who. I can see who's joining.
Oh, okay, I can share right here. Okay, hold on.
Hey, did you see what hashtag I put in there today?
No, did you put Thursdays with Sean?
Of course I did. Come on.
What? This is. Hold on. I gotta put in.
Hello.
Tonight
Greg.
is the 26th, right?
It is. So if you want this to kind of as your live, you're more than welcome to.
I'm going to.
Okay, cool. So now I don't have to wake up. Now I don't have to worry about waking up and watching your live.
Right. And I'm
Just
gonna tag you to it.
Yeah, please do.
I'm gonna tag you to it.
I have a guy. We have Manoush on.
Manoush is here. I'm going on right now. Let's go.
And we have my good friend D from Canada, and we have Greg Mernick, who was a teacher at my school in Vermont. So
nice.
Are you? Just let me know when you're ready, Money.
I'm ready.
All right, guys. So
I am fired up, man. You had some good stuff.
I do. Let me just say hi, hello.
Hello, hi, PK Money fans. Welcome.
This is kind of like a dual live.
This is a dual live
Because we're counting this as your live, and you're going live with me. So that's we didn't want to really do it like that, but hey, it's gonna work. It's
exciting.
It is, folks. Guys. For those of you who are coming on board, thank you very much. This is a very special Steak Thursday edition.
It is actually, huh?
It is. With my man here, Sean, little guy Azimi. So if you ever hear me say little guy, this is me. This is
where it came from.
This is the OG. Hello.
The OGLG.
The OGLG. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what Manu said? Manu said now she's hungry.
Yeah, I see you. I see you.
I have this. I don't want to say problem or habit, but whenever I cook steaks on Thursdays, like I mean, I know like you and I always talk, but people like, oh, it's like on Instagram. But don't worry, folks. We're gonna get into the show right away.
It's totally become a thing now. It's like Steak Thursday.
I mean, people are like, "What are you cooking?" You know. But here's the funny thing. So you know Wes Bewley, right? So whenever
money, dude.
Yeah, he's a golfer, and I tag him in my golf stuff. So I decided, hell, let me. And I know he's cooked before, but I sent him like the stuff I sent you, like those pictures, and he goes, "What are you trying to do? Make me hungry?" You know.
Are you
Little guy.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. You kind of like froze there for like a second there. So let's get into, as Gary Vee says, the show. All right, folks. Sean, for people who don't know you, I mean, obviously that's gonna be a lot. That's 99.9%. Ari Manouche knows who you are. I know who you are. Give us like a 30 seconds to a minute rundown of who
Hey,
Sean.
there's an echo with your. There's an echo with you.
End. Maybe on your end. That's why I said you have to have like your ear pods available.
It was fine before though.
I don't know.
Hold on.
How about now? Is it better?
There's a delay.
Okay, delay is one thing, but an echo is like
There's a delay in when you talk, and I can hear myself.
Yours is kind of going. T
Is it me?
T Money's never been on my page. You know.
I can get
Yeah, can you? I told him to get. I have ear pod ready. But, hey, listen. Hey, Becky. Definitely in for a treat.
I promise this will
You're
be
fine
worth
on
it.
my end. All right.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So maybe it was just on your end because
Can you hear me?
My ear pods are out, and you know.
Let's go, baby. Let's do this dance.
All right. So like we said, Sean, please introduce yourself to not only your people, your page, but to the people who are on my page watching as well.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for this opportunity, man. This is a lot of fun. So I appreciate this chance to come on live and introduce me to your audience and introduce you to my audience. You know.
All right, hang on. T-Money is saying something. Now I know why I don't get notifications on the live. Oh, LOL.
Why doesn't he get them?
Because I don't follow T-Money.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate this this chance. This is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy this. So, in a nutshell, my name is Sean. My name is Sean Azimi. I'm 49. I'm originally from Iran. I'm Persian. Been in the U.S. since '87. You know, and
35 years.
Yeah, 35 years in March. Yeah,
oh,
so
wow.
35 years I've been here. Didn't speak a word. Well, that's not a lot. That's not true. I spoke like 3 words. You know, hi, how are you, and bye. You know, but they didn't get you anywhere when you came in. And yeah, high school, college, and now we're here. We started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Yes, we are. So that kind of brings me to my next question. Do you have any degrees? And if you do, what's your highest degree?
So I completed, this is the first time I'm probably going to share this on live because I don't think a lot of people know this about me. There's a handful of people that know this about me. I'm probably going to get a lot of messages after this, but I actually was 3 units away from getting my bachelor's.
Really?
And yes, and I stopped. It's the first time I'm sharing this with everybody.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't even know that, right? Yeah, so
No.
I stopped 3 units, and I actually changed my major a couple times. Well, actually once. I was pre-med,
Uh-huh.
And when I changed, I went for psychology,
Uh-huh.
human behavior, emphasis on child behavior, with a minor in English, creative writing. And I was 3 units away.
So
And
why
I was
didn't you go?
just,
So here's my question to you: why don't you go back and do it?
that's a good question. I don't know. I'm just not the school kind
You're
of.
one class away. One class.
I know. I told you I'm going to get a lot of texts and messages. I'm prepared. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And what are you currently doing nowadays as far as work goes?
Okay. So, like Jim Brown says, I'm working full time on my job and part time on my fortune. you know,
Yep,
uh, that's
I've
like
heard that
true
one.
here. It's true here. So, what I do during the day, and most people I think don't know, I got back in the game. I work in more mortgages. I do home mortgages,
Hmm.
and I focus on reverse mortgages. People are gonna, so
Hey,
yeah.
you may be getting hit up.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly right. So reverse mortgages, I do that during the day, and after that, I take a little bit of a break, and then I build an online gig. I'm building an online gig, and I'm also launching a couple of t-shirt sites. So I got my like hands full after work, but yeah.
Yes, you do. Uh, what made you go back into the mortgage game?
Yeah. Um, I would probably have to go with desperation and being broke.
Yeah, no, hey,
That's like that's like the truth. So when I got back into mortgages, I actually came back from Michigan. I lived in Michigan for 5 years. You know part of this. Well, you know
yeah,
the story.
know,
Some of you guys know the story. Yeah. When I came back from Michigan, I was dead broke. I literally had no place to live. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a dollar to my name. I didn't have a car. I literally had nothing. And stayed like that for a while, for a few months. I even did my lives from parking lots. Most people don't even know this. Yeah, so
see,
for
so
a while,
here's the beauty of this type of I don't want to say show, but this type of life, and you're gonna and trust, and I know, and can I tell them the big announcement?
sure, sure.
So tonight, well, this is kind of interesting. So tonight, Sean, and well, yesterday you announced that you are going to do hashtag Thursdays with Sean. You know,
Yeah,
and I don't want to say he got this idea from me, folks, but it's kind of ironic that he's going live with me tonight. Well, we did plan this out already, but and so so Sean is doing like he does lives, folks. So if you want to watch his lives, I definitely recommend it. I can't give you a set time frame because sometimes it's crazy, folks. Sometimes like I'll be up and driving to work, and what do I see? I see this
Sean's
guy.
going live,
I
baby.
see Sean going live, and I've got on him a couple times. Like, I said, "Hey, listen, dude, it's
The
like
next
7 o'clock East Coast time. You can't be going live." And it goes in one ear, out the other. But
you
no,
got to
but
show up
Sean,
no matter what.
yeah, no, but and that's true. And you've gone live for how since when? January 1st.
2019.
So almost like really like 3 years.
Yeah, every day, nonstop.
Yeah, and I can testify to that. I've
Yeah.
seen sometimes
T
I've
Money's been there too. Yeah, T Money's been there too.
yeah. So okay. Well, I know the answer. Like I said, here's the advantage. So going back to like these questions
Yeah,
here.
don't give the announcement. I'm gonna give it at the end.
Yeah.
Just go
Okay.
with the stuff, with the
Okay.
questions.
So one thing I like about these lives, at least on my end with my questions here, is I learned. I know the person who I'm talking to a certain degree, but like I didn't know you were 3 credits away from your bachelor's degree. I didn't know. Man, T Money saying something. Sean runs. Yes, he does. T Money.
I can't see what they say.
So T Money is saying Sean runs on Persian time. LOL. Smiley face.
Yeah. Oh, I see that now. Yeah.
Okay. So what I like about, at least for my lives, is I learned a little bit about the person I already know. Like I didn't like here so far here. I didn't know you did your lives from a parking lot. I didn't know you were 3 credits short of a bachelor's degree. I mean everything else I knew, but
that's why I tell my parents and my family I'm not the guy to give educational
advice.
Advice. You don't want to come to me and tell this kid to go to school and finish. I probably won't be advising that. But hey.
How did we meet, little guy?
How did we meet? We actually met through our last company. We came across, right? But we really didn't get to know each other until this company.
Until this company. So
yeah. So I've known you probably since it's probably been
2013.
I was just gonna say 2013.
At least that time frame.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And like I said, this next one is this number 6 is probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite question, not because it's about me, but just the story, that comes out of it. So, what is your favorite PK story?
Yeah, this is where I'm gonna share what I'm gonna share.
Okay.
So my PK story is my favorite piece is this. It's his story, is your actual total story. And I'm not gonna ruin it. It's such a favorite of mine that we're actually gonna do our first #Thursday with Sean with you.
Yeah, next week.
So next Thursday, same channel, same time, we're gonna do #Thursday with Sean, and we're gonna share your story. So you. And then I'll let people pick and choose what their favorite parts are, because there's a lot people. I guarantee you, there's a lot people don't know.
There are a lot of nuggets in that story.
Yeah, there's a lot that people don't know about you, and I think that's a good one. So next week, I'll let you know what my favorites are.
All right. So those first couple questions, one there to get to know you. Obviously, I have to show the relationship. Like, how do I know the person here? So anything from here down in is just pure entertainment, folks. So
let's go.
When
you haven't been entertained so far.
So when little guy is up, either late at night or early in the morning, what is his favorite late night snack to go to?
Oh, okay. So one of two things.
Yep.
Either I have rice pudding.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
Little tiny cups of rice pudding. Oh my God, dude. Come on. They're so good.
They are.
They're so good. Or I love fruits.
Yeah, you do.
Banana, peaches, or apple.
Oh, I gotta show you something there, little guy.
I love that stuff.
Oh, hang on. Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Let me show you something.
The t-shirt? Oh, I thought you wouldn't talk the t-shirt.
So, I've been on a spending spree there, little guy. And I know you can't see it right now, but I just got this today from Amazon. It's USB. It's a USB.
It's a shake. It's a mixer.
It's a blender.
Oh God! Now you're into these things. Blenders, huh?
Oh, I didn't even have batteries.
That's awesome.
I guess there was.
That's actually pretty awesome. I may actually meet one of those.
Yes, I'll send you the link.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, and then I have this one. This is remember how I showed you this little, and so
you're just blending things left and right.
Yeah, I am. Because like I said, with what we do and the products that we have, it's easier to do it that way. Sure. So you heard of this thing called the Google, right?
What?
Oh, they're very good. They are very good.
Oh, he's gonna send you the link. Don't worry. He'll
I'll
send
send you
everybody the link,
I'll send you the link.
and then he'll follow up on it. Like he owns the company. I'm serious.
All right. So
Fun.
you have heard of this thing called they called the Google?
What?
Have you heard of Google?
Maybe.
Okay. So what is one thing? Well, yeah, but I went see. This is I don't like about this tripod is that no, I've got to move. All right, hang on there. So, what is one thing that we cannot find on Google about Sean Azimi that we should know about?
I should probably go and Google them myself first before answering this question, right? Because I don't know what it says. Gosh, it's more like what you do see than what you don't see. But
so you might have to do an online review of them.
But I would say, you know what? Google may know some information, but Google doesn't know my childhood and how I grew up.
That's true.
And my emotions and what I went through and all that. So Google may know a lot of statistics and a lot of info about me, but certainly doesn't know about my kidhood, you know, my childhood years. I grew up pretty by myself.
Yeah.
So I never played with anybody. I never played outside the house. That's a couple of things that I've never told a lot of people, especially in our life. But so I never grew up sharing, playing, and all that stuff. It was just all me and me myself. So
playing on a seesaw was out of the question.
Oh yeah, unless I could have just run so fast on the other side myself, you know what I mean? But yeah, like throwing a ball and stuff like that. Never did stuff like that. So
okay,
yeah.
So I consider you a leader, and you are, and leaders are readers. So what book / Audible are you currently reading, either physically or listening to, and what is the next book on that list?
That's a good one. I'm reading Go for No for network marketing. I just got done with that one. I really surprisingly I really like that book. And then the next one, I was gonna attack Atomic Habits. I haven't looked at that for a while.
I definitely would recommend it.
I've read it. I want to go back.
Why does Sean digress on all his lives? He has a PhD.
That's right.
Yeah,
I do have a PhD. See, I did complete.
You did. You did complete. I have Atomic Habits on my Audible, so
I've read it before, but I just kind of want to go over it again.
Okay, so this one is a little bit. Number 10 is a little bit not confusing, but if you don't know what it is, so have you heard of a foxhole?
Yeah.
All right. So if you, Sean, little guy Azimi, are in a foxhole, and you have only one person to have with you in that foxhole to get you not only to help you stay alive, but to entertain you and to make sure you can get to safety, who would that be and why?
That's an easy one for me.
All right. Who is it?
It's Little Guy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only one I would want.
Yeah.
It would be Little Guy.
And for those who don't know
Little Guy was my dog.
Yep.
And
he was an amazing dog, folks. He was so cool. Yeah, that little guy right there.
That's Little Guy right there. I'll have Little Guy. That's an easy one for me.
Now you know how we come with the term Little Guy.
That's right.
So you obviously you've been around. You're 49. That's the limit. You've been around.
I know, right? Come on.
Manusha's saying so cute. He is. He was a cute dog.
So is the dog, right?
Yeah. So what's one piece of advice someone has ever given you that you have absolutely used, you know?
Yeah. You know, my my stay in Michigan
Uh-huh.
was it made me a whole different person. My stay there. It was supposed to be a 6 month trip, turned out to be 52 months. And when I came back, I was not the same person. I 100% I was not the same Sean when I left. Everybody could say that. So when I came back, I was really broken. Like I was just lost
Mm-hmm.
and I remember just out of this conversation, my mom told me, said, you know, never be dependent on anyone.
That's so true. And it's very profound, you know, because
And I like that.
yeah, I mean, it's so she's so right because in this day and age, we are always dependent on somebody. You know,
Right?
sometimes it is ourselves, but more, not I'd say 99.9% of the time, we are dependent on somebody else. You know,
Right?
you know,
Yeah.
because if you think about it, if you know, I know here in New Jersey, when you go to get your gas, someone has to pump the gas. You
Oh,
know,
really?
yeah, well, they're changing the laws. It used to be where they pump it
Wait, you
for you.
can't pump your own gas?
In Pennsylvania, I can, but not in New Jersey.
Oh, like
Yeah,
all the gas stations?
yeah,
Okay.
but I think they're switching it. I think they're going to
They
get
used
that.
to call that full service back in the day,
It still is
like
full
100
service.
years ago. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, when you go to the supermarket, you're dependent on somebody. You're always dependent on somebody. But I have to agree with your mom. Never be dependent on someone's dependencies.
I
Um,
really like that. Yeah, that stayed with me. I like that.
and what's one piece of advice you can give these people, both on your live and on my live, that means so much to you?
Hmm. You know, there's so many things you want to share, you want to say, right? But the one suggestion I would say is that, life is going to put layers of skin on you. Every time you go through a hit, a hard hit, a disappointment, a failure, whatever it may be, right? When crap is happening all on your plate, you know, um, everything's going wrong. Life is putting another layer of skin on you. And I've talked about this before in my lives, but some of you don't know. But I've had this thing on my desk for years and years, a rhino, and the significance of a rhino is that one thing is that it's got an inch and a half thick skin.
Wow.
It weighs about a ton, and I've heard that it takes off at 40 miles an hour and it doesn't see the first 4 feet in front of it. So my question is, when a rhino takes off, does it really care what it hits, what it's in front? I mean, it's got an inch and a thick skin,
Yeah,
right?
it's got thick.
Weighs a ton. Like, so when you go through all these hardships, everything around you, that's what it's happening. You're growing your rhino skin.
Yep.
And it hurts at start because your skin is thin.
Yeah.
That's why they say you grow skin. So I would say my suggestion is grow that skin, go through that pain.
No problem. What now? This one, you can break it down into a couple segments here. But what has been the highlight of your life so far? So if you want to give me a couple, because to single out one highlight, I really don't think that's fair. I might have to either rechange the question or rework it. But what's one thing what are your highlights basically?
I think the biggest one is my stuttering.
Yeah.
Right? Because I started to notice at age 6, between the age of 13 to 23, 24, I literally could not speak a word. My chin would shake. I would have to grasp for air to speak. I could not speak one word. It was just, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So bad. And then, so I avoided phone sales for the longest time. I stayed in retail by chance or faith or whatever you may call it. I
Yep.
ended up in mortgages and on the phone. So that's one highlight that I can really highlight, is go from there to here. And yeah, that's a big one. That's the one I would go with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this one, like I said, this one is an interesting one. So, and that is, if you could pick anyone to play Sean Azimi.
Oh, I love this question.
In your autobiographical film, and you, not the director, Sean Azimi gets to pick. We have another guest
Hey,
here.
Gita, how are you?
So, like
now
I said,
know I'm live on my wall. Now I can see I'm live.
now you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, I love this question, dude.
Who would you want to play you?
Do you want to take a guess or no?
No.
No? Okay. So this is a really good question, because I broke this question down, because it's not about who can play me. I think it's a two-section. It's a two-part question, or it's a two-part answer.
Okay.
Because one person has got to be able to play my story, and then one person has got to be able to play my character. Right?
Yep.
So if you have one person being able to match the personality, my character, and my story, then you got a good one. But I have to separate the two. So
sure.
My story would be played by the one and only.
Of course. I kind of figured that.
Come on.
Yep.
Rocky Balboa, baby. That is my story. So my story would be played by Sylvester. But my character, some of you know, some of you may not know this, sure, but my character would be played by Alex P. Keaton in Family Ties.
So Michael J. Fox.
By Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
That character and this story, mic drop, man. That's it. That's where I would go.
P Money saying Pee Wee Herman.
That too. On the backup. Backup. That's funny.
Okay. So when little guy is not it, so this one I think I might have I have to rephrase, but so you have 24. If we were to take a film crew and follow you for 24 hours, no interrupt. Not obviously not no interruptions, but no one could bother you. Like you couldn't say, it's not like you have to go to a family affair or you have to go do this. If we were to put a camera on you for 24 hours, and when you're not busy, what do you do?
Yeah. Not much. No, I would I would probably, if I'm not busy at all, if everything's met, I'm calm and everything's nice and smooth, I wouldn't mind having I would want to have a few friends over, or be out somewhere, maybe just having some food, just by the beach or water. I like the water, so I would just want to have a nice restaurant, nice drink or something like that.
Not a
or
problem.
music, I would like that.
No problem there. So, like I said, part of these lives, at least for on my end, I think you'll come to see when you start to do yours on Thursdays. You'll start to to see people maybe trying to reconnect. From your perspective, why should let's say there's someone out there that is finally getting on social media. Why should they want to reconnect with me?
With you or me?
Me.
with you. Yeah, I thought about this question. So I would say, first of all, I don't know why they would disconnect in order to reconnect, but
It's called.
but it
You know what it is? It's called life.
but it happens, but it happens.
And life
But
gets
if
in the way.
but if that has happened,
Uh-huh.
if they're supposed to reconnect, they will.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? It'll just come, and it'll just happen. So they have their reasons for, disconnecting, and the same reasons will come into play for those who got to reconnect. So
no problem there. So we are into the last 4 questions, which are always
you're doing
interesting.
pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm
How are
gonna
we
ask
doing
one.
so far? Is everybody like having a good time?
Yeah,
Team Money having a good time. I mean, Team Money is dropping jokes.
Manouche is on here. I mean,
Manouche is on. Very nice. Very nice.
very nice.
Manouche is on like, I did not know that dirt. Now she got some dirt on me.
Now she's got the dirt on you.
No.
What? So I'm gonna ask you 4 more questions and then a bonus question that I just came up with last night. So what?
Great.
It's okay.
I know, dude. Right.
All right. What's your most favorite? Like obviously you've eaten food. So have I.
What?
But what is your favorite place that you've ever eaten?
Oh my God, this was so hard to pick, dude. It was so hard.
What did you get?
Okay, there was this like little hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It was an Italian restaurant down in Huntington Beach. For those of you who are out here in the old world, man, this place was so good. It was called Stefano's. It's no longer there, but it was an Italian place. I'm painting my nails and I'm like, what an interesting questions and answers. Nice. All the dirt is coming out. Yeah, it was called Stefano's, and if I go to an Italian place, I always have to try their Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, and that's my gauge. I have to try to see how good it is. Oh my goodness, it was. I can remember that. That's why. But there was but that one stands out the most.
That one stands out the most. All right, this one I said with these last four have, like some of them like I just came up with, and then other ones just came to me. If you had a redo with something in your life,
oh, I love this question too.
Would you do it, and B, what would it be?
Yeah, so I thought about this question a lot because there is a lot of things in my life that I know I would do very differently had I known, right? Had I known, I'd be like, oh man, I would not have done that. I would not have gone that route. If you had asked me close to that, when that happened, close to that event, and you would have asked me, hey, what is something that you would redo? I would say right then, oh man, I wouldn't have done that, because the pain and the effects of that decision were so fresh, right? We're just like right there.
Yep.
But now that there's time between the event and now,
yep,
I wouldn't redo a thing, because I've learned so much through all those things, like I made a mistake and I decided to leave my job and go do a business partnership with my best friend. I ended up losing everything I had. Okay. Right then, if you would have asked me, I would have said, my God, I would have not left my job.
Yeah.
I would have said that. I said, dude, that's the dumbest thing I ever did. Today, I would still say that was the dumbest thing I ever did, but I wouldn't redo it, because there's so much I have learned.
And Lauren here,
so much I've gone through.
No,
you know.
no, I totally agree. And like I said, Lauren, who I interviewed last night, says totally grow from all your mistakes, and that's so true.
Right?
I mean, and I didn't put this question in as a trick question, but I'll answer it myself there, and that is like, so when I was growing up, I had a choice of high schools to go to. Go to my public school and not know what the heck was going to happen, or go to a private high school for learning different kids. I chose the learning different kids school. Now, I chose it for a couple reasons. One, my mother was working there, so I know if anything went wrong, she's got my back there. And I want to say more importantly, but I was able to play athletics. I was like I earned like probably one of the most amount of varsity letters in the school's history. So to play athletics, if I went to my public high school, you know, we didn't know what was going to happen, you know. But that's probably I don't want to say it's the one thing I would change, but like you, I wouldn't change a thing just because, like I said, because if the second you start to change your trajectory, it changes your life altogether. I'm not saying that, you know, I don't play God, nor do I play it when I'm online or on live. But that's one thing. Like I said, do I regret it? To a certain degree, I do, because, you know, not to say that, but I got to see my friends that I went to school with because they lived in the same town as me. I would go to football games with them. You know, I would still do stuff with them. But to have that 4 years of separation, where some of them I went to school for 8 years, you know, so that's about. I don't know if I would change that. It's something that doesn't eat at me, but it's right there. It's right there on that borderline. Some days it's yes, other days it's no. But that's neither here nor there. But so, Sean, tell us about your first name. Are you named after anybody? Well, let's. I'll let you tell them. I'll let you tell the public your real name.
Yeah.
Because guys, folks, here's some breaking news. Sean's name is not really Sean.
No, it's Hector Lewis Williams. No, it's actually Shervin, and Shervin is a Persian name.
Now,
Shervin.
Does it translate to anything?
It does. It actually does. So Shervin has two meanings. Either you can translate it into saying eternal soul, or like a lion, brave like a lion. So yeah, so Shervin is the, what did she say?
Producer saying, nice Shervin.
Yeah, Shervin. Yeah, it's actually, yeah. So eternal soul or lion, like a lion.
I can see that. Now, Lauren, who I interviewed last night, her mother named her after a soap opera star.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
So this one, like I said, this one, again, this is out of my 4 new questions, this is probably my most interesting one that I get to ask. And that is, where's the furthest you've traveled?
Yeah, it would be here, because I'm from Iran.
So I ran to Southern California.
Yeah, that's an easy one here, you know.
That's not a problem. So here's my last question for you, Sean, and thank you for doing this for me, and as well. I know I'm doing.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. You know, I consider you like a brother, so it's always fun. So as we talked about in the beginning here, we met in our current company, the Big M, the Big M. Someone looking at this from the outside, like, you know, whether they be on your profile or on my page, why should they look at Modere?
Yeah.
Both on the customer side and the builder side.
Okay. You know, you look at things when you want things, right? Well, you go to a grocery store when you want to buy groceries. You go to Macy's or wherever you go to shop for clothes, you go there because you want things. You go to Amazon because you want things, right? Because you're looking for things. This is something just like that. If you're looking for something that this offers, then why not look for it, right? Or look through it. One, as far as the products, I've been using the products forever. I actually just got my order. I'm gonna put my video out. I'm so excited about my order. Just got my order in. But you know what? The bottom line is this. The products are good products. You know what I mean? They're good, clean products. If you're looking for stuff that are good and good products, like there's no chemicals, there's no toxins, and they work and they're affordable. If you're looking for stuff like that, then you may want to take a look at what we got, you know?
Yeah.
And on the other side of it is the fact that you may look at those products. There's a lot of other people that may look at those products through you, right? So if that's the case, then you could actually make some money on the side for yourself, if that's something you want.
So Lauren said that she's basically swapped out her house full of stuff there.
That's what I've done. I mean, here's the bottom line. If you can, and this is common, right? Like, look, if you can buy, I'll just give you an example. Let's say if you can buy soap from Target and pay whatever it is for soap at Target and get it and bring it home, or you can buy it from like your own store if you had your own store. If you were to buy it from your own store, even if you don't get paid for it, even if you don't get any discount, even if you don't do anything, but it's your own store.
Yeah.
Like, why would you go to Target anymore?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you get paid for it, you get a discount for it. It's like if you have a sandwich shop, why would you go eat at Subway?
You wouldn't.
Like what? That doesn't make any sense.
You know?
It's not like you don't pay for your own sandwich at your own sandwich shop. You pay for that bread. You pay for that. I mean, you pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
But why would, like, I'm confused, right? So if you had a sandwich shop, you wouldn't go buy at Subway because that makes no sense. You would buy your own sandwich. You would your own money, but you're paying for that. So it's not like free. You paid for that inventory. It's the same thing here. So if you're buying soap, why wouldn't you buy it for yourself?
Yeah.
And it's not like crap. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
if it was
really
crap, that's
good.
a totally different. If it was crap, that's a totally different ballgame.
You know what I mean? It's like good stuff, and then you can add to on top of that. You can make a couple bucks. You can get a couple dollars discounts. So all that stuff adds to it. So that's what it really comes down to, really.
Well, Sean, it's always a pleasure talking with you, but either via text or always,
Thank you, Mike.
Always seeing you in person. So, any final words you want to say? I'll let you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate this, and this was basically my first hashtag Thursdays with Sean. So I'm introducing a new segment to my lives. On Thursdays, I'm gonna bring on somebody. I'm gonna have it as hashtag Thursdays with Sean. I'm gonna bring somebody, and I'm gonna interview the heck out of them, and I'm gonna get their story. These are the folks that have a story, and I'm a firm believer, and I talk about this all the time. Stories are meant to be shared, not stored. You're not supposed to put up your stories in a box and wrap them up and put them in a shelf. That's not what it's about.
Doesn't serve
the
anybody.
Stories are supposed to be shared because somebody else, whoever needs to hear it, somebody else has got to hear it. Yeah. So stories need to be shared, not stored. So I'm going to bring on people that are going to have some stories to, So the first one next week is going to be yourself on Steak Thursday, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have you on, and we're gonna bust out an interview.
You know, so. I totally agree with you, and that's why I also like doing my lives with these. And like I said, I stopped basically because I ran out of people. Now, did I really run out of people? No, but. You know,
yeah.
You know.
So we'll start it back up with you.
I'm sorry.
I was actually thinking about doing this for a few months now, and then when you said this, and I'm like, you know what, we could make it fall on a Thursday, and then I could just start doing it. You know.
And that's, I mean, like I said, for those who don't know about Steak Thursday, that's how it kind of really started, to be honest with you. So when we talk about Steak Thursday, I have cooked a steak every Thursday for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Now, I will be honest, I will be transparent. Thanksgiving, I used to be able to go to a place where I could get a steak on Thanksgiving, but that they close on Thanksgiving now just because of with COVID and everything and what they did. So I am actually, it's actually I get to eat 51 steaks during the year. You know, I leave that one just I let Thanksgiving be for the bird, but that's about it. But it really Steak Thursday came about, and I'm probably giving a preview to maybe a question that you're probably going to ask next week. But Steak Thursday came about because I was getting golf lessons on Thursdays, and not that I was expending that much muscle or whatnot, but I was like, oh, let's have a steak on Thursday just to get the protein back in my body, you know. And that's literally how it started in the beginning. Now I don't know exactly how many years ago, but I want to say maybe at least 2 or 3, because every day on Facebook I get these things that say, oh, I see pictures of my stories, but at least 2 to 3 years on social media. So it was a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that, you know, like just cooking on one, you know, I would just cook it and eat it. But now it's really become a thing to the point of I have people that want to be tagged in my stories. You know, they want to be, hey, I want to know when what you're cooking. I want to see, you know. And that's what Steak Thursday is for me now on social media. It's more of me trying to tell a story or something like that. Like tonight, I'm not going to give up tonight's topic, but you know, I was very torn to do tonight's Steak Thursday story because it's so emotional, you know, just to say the least. But you know, it was supposed to be about me starting my lives again, you know, but again, I had to pivot because, you know, of the topic. But you know, I mean, it is what it is, you know. And guys, go check out my stories. Guys, go check out Sean. Sean, again,
Thank you, bro.
much.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna chat, but I'll see you next week live.
Yep,
Next
definitely.
Thursday. All right.
All right,
Thank you,
folks.
man. Much love.
Much love. Good night.